What can we take from this Nevada ruling? Could it have potentially much bigger implications?
Absolutely. I think this is the most significant piece of news that has come out about these companies. I mean, if that state qualifies them as gambling operators, it contradicts their entire argument that their games are games of skill. And I think it's an important distinction to note that in 5 other states where these companies can't operate, in none of those states have they called them gambling. It's only that the companies choose not to offer service there because the law is clearly unfriendly. This is the first state to come out and say, yep, daily fantasy is gambling, and I think it's going to be a problem.
This issue has been brewing for a while. It is a very gray area. But when I asked Jason Robbins, we had him on the show a few weeks ago, when I asked him about this, he was very dismissive, saying, oh, people are just saying that because they're jealous they didn't come up with the idea themselves. But clearly this company has to have been prepared for this, right?
The truth is there's a little bit of truth to the argument that, the better players win consistently. And the irony to me of that argument, which has a lot of, facts behind it, the same guys keep winning on DraftKings and FanDuel because they're good at it. They know which players to choose. But the problem for DraftKings and FanDuel is when they push that argument, it contradicts their ability to market to new people. How can they say, hey, come play our games, you can win real money, if they're also telling regulators, hey, the same people win money over and over, which shows that we're not gambling, we're games of skill.
Aaron, they're also under investigation by the FBI and the Justice Department for something akin to insider trading. But what do you make of this?
Well, that's very interesting because it was a week ago today that the New York Attorney General said he was investigating FanDuel and DraftKings for the idea that people who work at DraftKings were betting on FanDuel games, and I use the word betting. People who were working at FanDuel were playing on DraftKings. I think it is gambling, and I think that's...
But with access to information, access to information on who was...
That they can address, and they changed corporate policy. Before that, neither one of those companies had any policy about what their employees could do on these other platforms, so they can change that. That was a PR thing.
Right.
I think Dan's right. I think the state of Nevada saying this is gambling is a much bigger problem for them. But to me, the real question is, that last scandal didn't hurt any of their playing that was going on the following weekend. Do any of the people who are on these sites care what's going on?
No. And that's the real question. And Dan, I mean, they had their best weekend ever last week. Isn't that right? Both of them.
And I mean, the
more
more
this weekend is even better than that, right?
Oh yeah. And I think it'll be huge this weekend, and that's going to show that the existing players still love it. You're not going to get them to stop playing unless it becomes not allowed in their state. The question is, are they also seeing more new signups than ever before? And they're not releasing that information.